Hey y'all, hey, and welcome to Tootie Talk Sense. Now, let me, like usual, check and see that y'all can hear me, that y'all can see me while I'm doing this. Go ahead. Thank you to all my new subscribers. And if you just tuning in, you're not subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and so we can get into it. Okay, subscribe to the channels and to my channel, and watch me on all the social medias. Tootie Talk Sense. Okay, there I go. There I go. So y'all know P Diddy didn't had his court date today. Well, he didn't had a court appearance today. So I know P Diddy is everywhere, and everybody is talking about it, and everybody is covering it. So that's why I went on a little early to go ahead and do a little P Diddy catch up. I call it P Diddy take that cones. Okay. Now, we don't know why he in jail. Is he gonna be the one? Is he gonna be like, take that, or they gonna be like, take that, take that? We got to figure. I don't know, but yeah, let's catch up on that because what I found out, and I didn't see much news coverage of it, is Vince McMahon from WWE and WWF. Baby's pretty much going through the same thing, but he haven't been arrested, but he's under a federal investigation for the ex trafficking. He got the lawsuit first, just like P Diddy R. Kelly. He got his lawsuit from people suing him. Then now he's under the in January it came out that he's under the federal investigation. So they haven't raided him and stuff yet, but I'm assuming he's the next one coming. So I'm gonna read the article about that, y'all. So come on, y'all. Let's discuss what's going on, the latest with P. Diddy, what happened on his court appearance, and let's discuss Vince McMahon, okay? Let me throw a little piece of this little theme song in for you. Okay, that's enough of y'all. That's enough of it. So, P. Diddy had his court appearance today, right? Because y'all know P. Diddy. Let's do a quick little rundown. He had all his lawsuits. The videotape dropped of him beating his ex-girlfriend, the R&B singer Cassie. The lawsuit, that was the first lawsuit that dropped. He settled within 24 hours. Then it was like a domino effect, waterfall, avalanche, snowball, whatever you want to call it, because them lawsuits is coming back to back. Okay? Like who's that back to back like Drake or somebody? It was back to back. Okay? Like the Bulls up in the 90s, back to back, repeats, four peats. It was lawsuits. So then they raided his home. He was out for a little bit, chilling and posting pictures and stuff. Like he cool. Then they locked him up. Now he still got all these lawsuits coming while he locked up. He tried to post bail. They denied his bail. Then the judge, he got his judge switched. Now people were saying that he got his judge switched because he's gonna try to get bail again. But from what I read, his judge was switched because the judge didn't have the space in the calendar to take this trial. And the trial, the prosecutor said on their side, gonna take at least 3 weeks. So judge was switched. He had the court appearance today. And today they set a court date, and he also brought his bail back up. So let's talk about what happened there. Oh, also, before we get there, y'all, let's talk about that they came out. These lawyers did a press conference, right? Well, they said they're gonna have they got 120 clients again. So we don't get back in so y'all can hear me. Okay, there you go. I'm back. So he got 120. He said 60 of them female, 60 of them male. I think he said roughly 80% was like African Americans, 20% was the other or white. Can't remember, but I think the one saving grace that P Diddy had in all this. Oh, give me a minute because I need to cut off this thing. I forgot it was on. Hold on. Okay, so I think the one saving grace that P. Diddy had in all this was that everybody, well, at least unlike R. Kelly, he didn't have the kids. You know, he wasn't going after the kids. These are all adults. It's wrong, but, you know, I think that was his one little saving grace. Now, you seen some rappers come out like Bootsy, like Faison Love, and I was like, if I was y'all, I shut the up, okay? Because all it's doing is making you look guilty. And if I was a prosecutor, because what Boosie said was, I didn't know flying, you know, the workers, the XCX workers to another state or getting, I think his exact words was getting bitches flued out was illegal. He had posted on his little Twitter, right? And Faison Love said something of the same sentiment. I said, if I was y'all, I would shut up. Because if I'm a prosecutor, guess who I'm looking at next? The people who going out like, I ain't know that was illegal, because that probably means you did it. If this ain't somebody telling on themselves, I don't know what is. I just be over there like the rest of the stars, being quiet, talking about I've been to a party, but I ain't go to a freak off. Like, shut up sometimes. It's all right to shut up. Everybody got to know everything that cross the thought that come across your man. There's a difference between getting bitch flued out and having sex workers cross over state lines, because then that's pretty much is the definition of ex trafficking. To just should have like Best Man. Y'all see the last Best Man when he slapped that phone up out. Somebody should have been there to slap that get their phone up out his hand. Because what's understood and got to be explained. And from what we understand from that tweet, you might be in trouble. Like Bernie Mac said, trouble. Yeah. But anyway, so the lawyers then did a press conference, right? They said they got the 120, 60 male, 60 female, majority black. And then they came out and said that the victims range in the age from 9 to whatever age, right? I said, not 9 years old. So that'll put a whole nother, what the Key and Pete, whole nother level. Okay, that's a whole nother level. So yeah, let me show y'all a part of this press conference from the lawyers. The lawyers said they put their numbers out there, saying whoever had stories to call them. They got over like 3,000 calls. They vetted the stories. They was down to like 300, but they got 120 clients of who they're taking. They still put their number out here doing this press conference that says if if you were the victim, contact them. They also said some of the victims have talked to the FBI, some have not. They said they have not, they're not releasing names as of yet, because they said anybody who's tagged to this, if you was there and seen it happen, you going down. If you put the what you call it, the paraphernalia in the liquid that was getting these girls all loopy, you going down. If you knew it was happening and you didn't say nothing, you going down. Like they was handing that you going down out like Oprah. You going down. You going down. You going down. So I know if I was anywhere tagged to this stuff, baby, they somewhere shaking in their boots. I would be. But let's go to this press conference, and this is a part. This was last week, I believe. So this is a part of what the when the lawyers was telling some of the stories of the victims, and this is going to be a part of the lawsuits. So that means Tony is his name, Tony Busby. Let's see, can y'all see it? Yes, y'all can see it.
All these cases under a pseudonym until the court tells us otherwise. But let me share with you a few, just kind of give you a sense of the kind of cases and the kind of instances that people are calling and reporting that we are trying to corroborate, vet, and these are the ones that we've already corroborated, vetted, and collected evidence on. One individual who was 22 years at the time she was assaulted said that the typical MO at one of these parties that have been widely discussed in the press was that when you were handed a drink, and now we know that the drink is laced with something, if you refused to drink it, you were kicked out of the party. Now, let that sink in for a minute. I mean, the admission to this party was that you had to drink the chosen drink that was handed to you. And now we know that in most cases, I would say 90% of the cases, these individuals were drugged with some sort of drug. That was kind of the MO. Another instance, this individual who was 9 years old at the time was taken to a audition in New York City with Bad Boy Records. Other boys were there to audition as well. All of them were trying to land a record deal. All of them were minors.
Yeah, I heard that. This individual was 9 years old. He was taken there with other boys. So I'm assuming this is a young boy, a young 9-year-old.
Individual was sexually abused, allegedly by Sean Combs and several other people at the studio in the promise to both his parents and to him himself of getting a record deal. Another instance, another minor told allegedly by Sean Combs that he would make him a star.
If people wondering, well, what about the parents? Is the parent? I believe that if the parents knowingly did this for a record deal, then yes, lock that up too, okay, for a record deal. Now, we don't know if the parent knowingly did this. This is the 9-year-old account, and the lawyer did not say. So let's continue.
But he needed to visit with him in private about it, away from his parents. Once they were in a private area, allegedly Mr. Combs made the victim perform oral sex upon him. Another incident, an individual 15 years old at the time, flown to New York City to attend a party, was drugged, and then taken into a private room, allegedly.
And so he then went through a 22-year-old, he then went through a 9-year-old, he went through a 15-year-old. The 9-year-old was a boy.
In the presence of Mr. Combs, where this female individual minor was raped, and then other individuals took turns raping her. Another individual, 26 at the time of the occurrence, was picked up allegedly by Mr. Combs and several other people in a black SUV from the airport, was given one drink in the SUV, and then literally woke up the next day not knowing what had happened, but with pain and damage to both her vagina and her anus, where she then went to the hospital. She was missing her underwear and her shoes. Another instance, an individual, this time not a minor, attended a group dinner.
In an instance like that, let me make sure y'all can hear me. Did I take it off mute? Yes. Okay. In an instance like that, I want to know what happened, because that individual went to the hospital. And I'm like, am I wrong? Isn't it mandatory that they report things like this? And if the person told them the story about what happened, how didn't charges get brought against him then? So besides just suing him, like, see who was working. The hospital needs to be sued, and then maybe if they did and they didn't file it for something, like, that needs to be investigated as well.
Allegedly with Sean Combs in Miami. She wasn't drinking because she was pregnant, but whatever she drank at the table, apparently, at least according to her, was laced with something. She blacked out, and she woke up in the same bed, again, allegedly, with Mr. Combs in his mansion in Miami. Her vagina and her anus were torn and sore. And I could go on. I mean, literally, you're sensing a theme here. It's the same theme, and it all involves some sort of drug.
Okay, so yeah, that was the press conference. Now I'm gonna see if I can pull this up. Y'all know Pierce Morgan. He used to be on, I forget what show. Pierce Morgan ain't a favorite of mine, right? So because I think he racist. I'm gonna say it. Now he always is the one. He's from like London. Always have the problem with the biracial new princess that the prince married, and just always he didn't say some racist stuff. So I don't watch him. But he did this interview where he had Jaguar Wright come. After Jaguar was Vlad from Vlad TV, then he had the lawyer, a black female lawyer up there, who's I think she even had some. She had a client who she was representing who was suing P Diddy, but I guess this lady is known to be a liar because then she dropped the lady after this interview dropped, and I don't know if she got details from seeing who she was or whatever, but she dropped the lady. I'm gonna see if I can see what if I can find it. Pierce Morgan. Yeah, Jaguar right. Now the funny part about this interview, right, is that each person, besides Jaguar, because when you brought Jaguar on, she was the first person on. But then Vlad was second. So Vlad had something to say about Jaguar, right? And then the lawyer had something to say about Vlad. She called him coach, but he was like, Vlad was like Jaguar's a conspiracy theorist because she began to go into like how Jay-Z and bringing up Beyonce and just Clyde Davis. If you didn't watch Jag, you have an idea how that went. So and Pierce was over there just looking like, oh my God. Like, I don't know how he never watched her interviews or who booked her, but he was trying to hold it together during that whole interview. Now, so Vlad say she a conspiracy theorist, and then the other girl call him a culture vulture. Let's see. And then look, y'all see it. He ended up apologizing to Jay-Z and Beyonce because what's funny is why Jag is over here talking and spinning these stories, telling these stories that is not firsthand knowledge that she can get directly and stuff that people didn't told her because she haven't been in the industry since whenever. So it's stuff that people didn't came and told her. And then Pierce is out is in there trying to interrupt her. Like, yeah, this is allegedly. This is I said, well, it's too late for that now. You should have knew better. Let's see. And can we get any of this interview? Let's see. Let me see his apology. Yeah, let's see his apology. This is page 6 on YouTube. And
No matter what type of severe asthma you have, Tespire can help you have fewer attacks and relieve.
The shocking allegations leveled at Sean Diddy Combs have burst the floodgates on salacious claims about an industry many people believe harbored a monster. Understandably, the internet's ablaze with claims about these events and whether other powerful figures were involved too. Well, last week I interviewed Jaguar Wright, a singer-songwriter who's made claims about Diddy for years. Those claims had already received a lot of attention in the media across many platforms for many years. And that's the thing about platforms. The reality of the modern world is that pretty much everyone has a platform as long as they have something to say that other people want to hear. That's why we invited her on to be interviewed. The people making these claims have an audience with or without shows like mine. Well, Jaguar Wright unexpectedly made several serious allegations about Jay-Z and Beyonce during that.
You heard him unexpectedly. I told you he was there trying to hold it together. He on TV, but did not expect this stuff to come out. How? Have you never seen a Jaguar Wright interview? But you finna try to come and see, and that's what happens. You try to come in this culture and don't even do research as far as who these people are and what's going on and throwing them on the TV. You don't know nothing about them. I'm at Vlad, a culture vulture. He don't even like us, allegedly. Let me get back.
Interview. As I said in the moment, they were not present to respond or defend themselves.
With the Trump supporter. I don't know why they went on his show, but let me continue.
But now they have. Their lawyers contacted us to say that those claims were totally false and have no basis in fact. And we've therefore complied with the legal request to cut them from the original interview. Editing interviews is not something we do lightly at a show called Uncensored. But like proverbial cries of fire in a crowded theatre, there are legal limits on us too. And we apologize to Jay-Z and Beyonce.
I just bet you do. Now, that's why I can't see it because the full interview was on here. Y'all see me just put it in there and it ain't popping up. The full interview is not popping up.
Who was aware of what was going on,
I was looking like,
but failed to stop
what the
it.
heck is this interview?
Any
at?
individual or
They
entity who
forced
knew
it
about the content.
because Jay-Z and Beyonce lawyers contacted them was like, bring it down. Do you hear me? I said, let me see. Look like this guy may have got it. Let me see. I'm watching. I'm going through this with y'all.
What's up, y'all?
So I
We're
ain't
back in
watched it
this
before,
thing
so I don't
with
know.
Jack.
Whose alleged offences could yet swallow many more powerful and famous figures. Diddy's
on his face with a very elaborate story he gave me was put there by a woman who he assaulted
Hey Siri.
to live through these
Never mind.
things and hear your elders in the
Forgot the name.
business.
We just
People
gonna
like
keep
Patti
going.
LaBelle say, just avoid him, honey.
Mm.
And being taught to be just avoid him, honey. It's not good enough. Not when you live through these things, you're still
Try to go to what
out
you talk about the
a response
Jason.
that changes now, Sean.
Oh.
You must respond. You have no choice.
See how Pierce
Harvey
looked down? He
Weinstein,
got up off that when she said, Sean,
Jeffrey
he
Epstein,
said, wait a minute.
Robert Kelly,
This interview is about
Sean Combs
Diddy.
have
She
one
just
person in common,
Yeah. He looked down and
professionally
got off that string.
and privately. Sean Carter. This has been a fist of tyranny that has been punching through our culture and our society.
So if what she's saying is true, I wonder if like who is somebody y'all hear somebody talk
world, a lot of allegations that the misogyny in the lyrics clearly was based on a general misogyny towards women away from music. And it clearly seems to have been brought out by these charges against Diddy, which if he's found guilty of all this, he's never coming out of prison. How dangerous do you think?
Thank God.
How dangerous do you think he is as a person?
You see, Pierce tried to redirect back to P. Diddy, like, isn't my name been in it? Let's talk about what we got you here from now. Now P. Diddy, back to P. Diddy.
I think he's one of the most dangerous people I've ever met. A lot of people have been questioning, well, she doesn't really know him. She has no knowledge of him. She doesn't have a picture with him. I'm smarter than Claudia Jordan. I would never take a picture with the devil.
She had Claudia Jordan catch a story up in this. Claudia, she said, when I tell you, I done got this public platform, baby, I'm gonna make it do what it do. Y'all think I went viral with Storm? Oh.
Everyone knew he was the devil. He's been the devil for 30 years. He's been covered and protected by not only Clive Davis, but Lucian Grange. He was selected to be the demon that he is, to keep the culture in line so the industry could continue to rape it for all of its precious jewels. We have too many lost. The list of lost is ridiculous. And everyone knows Diddy was selected for this job. He's the Judas.
Do you think that if he's cornered in the way that he's been now, that he may start revealing things about other people?
He has no choice. His ego and his drug addiction won't allow him to do anything different. Anybody who thinks he's not going to talk is crazy.
Yeah, I believe he's going to talk too.
The simple fact that he's not saying more now only means that the people who have been protecting him all along, who put him in position to be such a horror to the Black community, still find value in him. He's got everybody on tape. They all know it.
For those who were never at these freak-off parties,
like,
what were they like?
What were they like?
See, this is the thing. Everything that I'm about to say to you is not my firsthand knowledge. It is my firsthand witness account experience. I was a sex worker. I was a dominatrix before I got my record.
See, right there, I got confused. She said everything I'm about to say is not my firsthand knowledge. It's my firsthand witness experience. So, bro,
Deal.
Mm.
That's how I know how the dark world and the sex world and the entertainment world run hand in hand. That's why the movie Blink Twice is so important. Salute to Zoe Kravitz. The sex workers that I have worked with throughout the years and continue to work with even to this day,
Blink Twice.
The thing that a lot of people were simply too
everyone
scared
knows.
to talk about.
Everyone to act surprised knows very well. The whole point is what's going on, and it's been going on for years. It's been going before Diddy. See, people keep looking at him. He's this button that came out of nowhere. This is someone who was designed to be what he is. We got to stick in Diddy's. And if we're going to do that, then we got to go back. We got to go back to even further, the mentors of these people. Because Diddy was taught how to do what he does systematically. And Davis,
you see that Blink? He said, she
his
said, Clive
greatest
Davis.
teacher.
Look, Clive Davis is not here to respond to that, nor is Jay-Z.
That's okay.
But a lot of people, famous people,
Pierce is like a deer in headlights. He's a professional now. He kept it together, but he said, don't ask got to blink it. Wait a minute. Clive Davis not here. Jay-Z not here. Oh, I'm gonna get so many lawsuits. That's probably what he's thinking in his head.
people in the music industry have been notable, like I
What they
say, by
gonna say,
their
lie?
silence so far.
That's all
It's
right.
also been notable that since the Me Too campaign began in 2017, the music industry has largely avoided the same scrutiny that other industries have had. Why do you think that is?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Since Me Too began in 2017, the music industry has largely avoided the same kind of scrutiny that other industries have had. Why do you think that is?
Well, because the Me Too movement was a ruse. It was a setup. It was a scam. I'm saying that now, publicly. Dream Hampton spearheaded the Surviving R. Kelly campaign, which fueled the Me Too campaign. And that was all funded by Sean Carter to make sure that
Me Too was before R. Kelly. Be clear.
Robert Kelly went to jail.
Mm.
Get his lick back.
Oh.
Why is nobody understanding that Dream Hampton was being financed and ran by Sean Carter? They were able to go and get all of.
You see when she started going off into an answer that he did not expect, he get right off that string.
These witnesses because he was there with Robert Kelly. How does Jay-Z sit down with Gayle King and she not ask him one question about the intersection between him and Aaliyah and Robert Kelly? This is insane that people keep refusing
Look at Pierce.
to see what's right there.
Do
If
you
the Me
think
Too movement were real, why aren't they speaking now? They've also been very quiet in this time of the diddler's downfall.
Right? Where are the Me Too motherfuckers?
Jaguar,
Guess
if
they
this-
on vacation.
if this goes to court, Jaguar, do you think that the world is going to be shocked by
They on vacation.
what comes out?
Absolutely. Oh my
Oh,
God.
absolutely. I just don't know why they are. It's been happening in front of everyone's faces for
I wanted to
decades.
see if he had some
Brainwashing.
Vlad. Okay.
For
So
decades.
Vlad did come on, right?
How many
After-
victims?
What's the difference?
A little bit of what he got to say.
These testimonies. What did you make of what you just heard?
Well, Jaguar Wright is known to be a conspiracy theorist. I don't really co-sign anything that she says. I've never had her on my show, and I don't have any plans to have her on my show.
You don't believe her?
That translates into what he pretty much just said in a professional manner, is that Jaguar White's full of shit. And I don't know, I never had her on my show, so I don't know why the fuck you got on yours, is what he pretty much told Pierce. But he said it in a professional manner, okay?
She's got an album in 20 years, and a lot of...
He said she haven't had an album in 20 years. What they got to do? Anyway, I tell you, it don't look like it's enough on here when he got the black lawyer on there. But when I tell you, each person talking about the next person, I was watching it, it's like, is this a roast? What is going on in this interview?
But this stuff is just stuff she's heard, things she's making up, and so forth. I'm not saying that there aren't serious things that Diddy may have done, but yeah, I can't co-sign anything that Jaguar Wright is saying, if that's your question.
Well, I mean, obviously, since we last spoke, there have now...
This is my thing,
no, I don't see
CIA all the way, like.
Let me see.
But there are some people. It's like the Kamala people. They go on there and they're just like, you know, they're all for Kamala. It's some people that they're so attached.
Let's see if I can. He even took it. I think he pulled that entire interview because it ain't in here at all. He just took the whole thing down, not just Jaguar Wright stuff. He took it all down, like on that thing that's up there. Let's see. He's a mafia about these ladies. Featured DJ Glad household names will revealed. Let's see. Let's see.
Hey girl! I do not know the name of this girl. What I do know is neutral.
Big names of actual crimes they committed, that'd be a way of actually lessening the amount of time he does for possibly walking away.
I absolutely do not see him being victorious in a criminal trial. This has been a fist of tyranny that has been punching for decades. It must.
Who's a lawyer for one of Diddy's alleged victims. Thank you very much indeed for joining me. There are so many people coming forward now with allegations about Diddy. What do you think about the scale of this case?
Well, before I get into that, I kind of want to address the prior to.
Before I get into that, I want to address, that's the professional way of saying, first of all.
Panelist, first with Mrs. Jack.
See, if Piers Morgan was a part of the culture, he would have did like this. Because you would have knew she finna say something.
Right. She said a lot of things that were very jarring in her explanation of what she saw and had firsthand accounts on. My concern for her, she's saying a lot of things that could be considered libelous. Right. And I would suggest that she contacts an attorney, if only to vet the information she has or purports to have from other victims. At least they can protect her, and then they can also do their due diligence, the attorneys, to make sure that the information she's receiving is accurate outside of the things that she knows and may have proof of. I was very concerned about some of the things that she had said in her prior segment. I also want to address Mr. Vlad, who I know to be a culture vulture, who take...
I said, wait, who coming in hot. No, she didn't just do bad like that, but I mean, did she lie? Do y'all think Vlad is a culture vulture? Because, yeah, my cup of tea.
From the Black community and doesn't give back and puts artists in situations where then they are indicted by the police. And he's very much so what we call police type investigation in the Black community. And for him to repudiate what Mrs. Wright has said, I thought was completely out of line. He can say he doesn't agree, which is fine. But for him to be someone who constantly uses the Black community and uses them as a means for his platform, I thought that was very inconsiderate and unprofessional.
I said, well. Yeah, that's how I was. But I said, wait a minute. So then she go on to talking about, her experience and what she feel about the P. Diddy case, y'all. So we is finished with that. Let me go on to show y'all what we should be enough who in here if y'all want to hear about Vince. That's what's going to be next. Let me just read this article about what happened at P. Diddy trial today. Pretty much is that they set the court date and he still don't have no bond. He's still in jail. Okay. So it's from USA Today. Sean Diddy Combs trial date set for X charges, live updates. So Sean Diddy Combs day in court has been marked on the calendar. The judge, and I ain't gonna ruin this person's name, so I'm gonna just say the judge, at a Thursday hearing set a date for Combs' upcoming federal X crimes trial of May 5th, 2025. So I'm like, ooh, he gonna be in there for a minute if they don't gonna eventually set a bond for him, because it's not until May 5th of next year. The same day the 2025 Met Gala is set to take place. His legal team had previously requested for the trial to take place in April or May of next year, according to a Wednesday letter to the judge. So that's his lawyers wanted that day, April or May. They probably thought he was gonna get a bond. They probably didn't think he'd be sitting there in that jail talking about, I'm locked up, it won't let me out. But anyway, the prosecutor, Emily Johnson, told the court the prosecution case would last at least 3 weeks. Combs' defense case will last around 1 week. Defense lawyer Mark, I don't know how to say, Mark said. His attorney said he was gonna last a week, around 1 week. I said, baby, that sounds like, I don't think a lot of people as of now have signed up to testify for him. Not a character witness, nothing. They said it's gonna be 1 week. The prosecutor said we got a good 3. They over there playing spades. How many of you see in your hand, prosecutor? Like, I got 3 of them boys and a possible 5. Yeah, 3 possible 5. We're gonna see how this play out. Baby, his defense team over there like, give us board. We'll try to go blind near, but right now, give us board. We're gonna try to make board. So it said, did he get bail today? The judge also said Combs will remain detained pending his latest appeal for bail. The Bad Boys record founder has been incarcerated in a special housing unit at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center since his September arrest. The U.S. Attorney Office for the Southern District of New York declined to comment on Thursday hearing. So Diddy appeared in court for hearing. His mom and his children show support. Combs, who faces charges of racketeering, X trafficking, and transportation, to engage in street walking after his arrest last Monday. His legal team appeared in court Thursday to meet with the judge who was taking over the case from Judge Robin and Andrew L. Carter, both of whom previously denied Combs' $50 million bail proposed. Wearing 10 prison jumpsuit, Combs stood and blew kisses towards his family members seated in the courtroom. I would swap that shit, but ain't no telling what's in those doggone kisses he blowing after all them freak offs. Oh, allegedly. Anyway, he blew kisses towards his family members in the courtroom. The audience, he blew kisses towards his family members seated in the courtroom audience after the hearing ended. His mother and children, son Justice and daughters Jens, Delia, and Jesse, attended the hearing. Defense attorney Anthony said in court, Combs was then led out a side door by members of the U.S. Marshals. I think that's pretty much it. The Diddy lawyers is appealing the the jail ruling. The hearing comes after Combs' attorney on Tuesday filed documents to appeal his jail stay, arguing the federal prosecutor's prior reasoning for his detention was based on speculation. Last Wednesday, the rapper legal team filed a motion for an evidentiary hearing to investigate alleged government misconduct in leaking case evidence to the media. I had already said, when they came out and said that 1,000 bottle, not funny, that 1,000 bottle of baby oil, I already said, now they only said that to embarrass that man, because why is that part of the evidence that y'all done brought out to the media? Y'all know that was going to go viral. But his lawyers are apparently saying that they have leaked other information to the media. So they want that investigated. And they prosecute like, well, it ain't our fault the media got it. And P. Diddy lawyers over there like,
whose fault is it? No.
Yeah, so let's see what else been happened. What is extreme and unusual about this case is that Mr. Combs was detained immediately after he was charged, even though he has been in the spotlight his entire life, with many of his purported antics and episodes being widely reported in the news and known to law enforcement authorities, said Combs' attorney, Alexandra. Combs was arrested at a Manhattan hotel on September 16th and arraigned the following day. He has maintained his innocence, pleading not guilty on all federal criminal charges despite mounting civil lawsuits over the past year. So, y'all, that's it. He went to court. They set his date for May 5th of next year, and they denied his bail again. So that's it for that, y'all. So, now, well, me and my husband, he was watching the Vince McMahon documentary, right? And so then, I used to be wrestling. I tell y'all, we went to high school together. So I used to watch it around that time. I was like, okay, it's going to be interesting. So I sat down and watched it. Now, the interview, this is on Netflix. So the documentary, in front of every episode, it says that these interviews was recorded before this McMahon federal investigation that took place in January of 2024. So I said, that was this year. This is a couple months ago. I ain't heard nothing about this on the news. When did this happen? All right, so of course, I ain't the one to gossip because you ain't here for me. But I'm nosy, right? So I went in and tried to Google, because in the documentary, it does address some of the lawsuits that he had previously in the past. And some of the stuff, he like, I don't remember that. But they did interview one of the ladies who had the lawsuit against them. But this is recent. So I went and looked it up, y'all. So let's see. Let's see what the article says. Right? Now the difference is, like I said, I think Vince is next. Like, you're up next. Come on down. I'm like a game show. All the moguls. Go ahead, go to jail. Sign it up, baby, because he's going through the same thing. He had his lawsuits. He got his lawsuits coming out. Now he don't have charges yet. And he haven't been arrested yet. But they is saying there's a federal investigation on him. So this article is from NBC News, and it says WWE founder Vince McMahon is under federal investigation surrounding ex-trafficking allegations, so it said. The revelations come after a former employee sued McMahon last week, alleging she was the victim of sexual assault and trafficking at WWE, and after his exit from his partner company TKO Group. That's him over there looking like, did I do it? Did I do that? You did, allegedly. So former World Wrestling CEO Vince McMahon is under federal criminal investigation as prosecutors tried to determine if federal law was broken in conduct surrounding recent allegation of sex trafficking that have been made public in a lawsuit. Two people familiar with the matter told NBC. Last week, the company McMahon and a former WWE executive was sued by a former employee alleging those crimes. McMahon has also discussed being under federal investigation and having a phone seized by federal officials. a senior level WWE executive and another personal friend told NBC. The Wall Street Journal was the first to report the federal probe. Though McMahon denied the accusations last week's lawsuit, he resigned one day later as the executive chairman of the board of TKO Group, WWE parent company. He also stepped down from the TKO board of directors and no longer have a role with WWE. So what they're saying is he denied everything, but he trying to be one step ahead by getting all that stuff out his name. So when they come after him, like they did Sean Combs, P. Diddy, Brother Love, AKA, and all them AKAs, and every company that had his name attached to it in them lawsuits, he trying to be one step ahead and be like, okay, they're gonna come after me, but at least they ain't gonna get my companies and my shares and stuff. So they can come after his money, but not, my opinion. That ain't what the article says. So representative from McMahon, TKO Group, and WWE did not immediately respond Friday to requests for comments on the federal investigation. Nicholas Bias, a spokesperson for the U.S. Attorney Office, declined to comment. The 78-year-old exit is a major shakeup for the professional wrestling empire that for decades has seen McMahon and his family members at the helm of the company. Janelle Grant, a former WWE employee, filed a lawsuit on January 25th against McMahon, informing WWE executive John, claiming she was the victim of a physical and emotional abuse, sexual assault, and trafficking at WWE. McMahon disputed the allegations, saying in a statement last week, "I stand on my prior statement that Ms. Grant's lawsuit is repeated with lies, obscene, made-up incidents that never occurred, and is vindictive distortion of the truth. McMahon has not been criminally charged in connection with the allegation in the lawsuit. My client vigorously denies the allegation raised against him in this lawsuit. We will respond in an appropriate form eventually." McMahon is no stranger to sexual assaults and have survived several during his reign at the company. In 1992, Rita Chatterton, the first female referee in the company, accused McMahon of the R word. Though he denied the allegation, he reached a settlement with her last year. McMahon also faced federal conspiracy charges against orchestrated steroid use in the WWE wrestling. That's also, both of these is in the Netflix documentary. He was found now guilty by a jury in 1994. This McMahon stepped down of WWE in 2022 after an investigation found that he had paid nearly $15 million to 4 women over 16 years to keep quiet claims of actual misconduct. Did you hear that? He paid $15 million to 4 women over 16 years. It's Trump funding. That's probably what Trump got the idea to pay off that. Okay. Pay now. This ain't allegedly because it's in the. He was already found guilty of using money to pay off that Peace Star that he had that affair with while his wife was pregnant. Now, let's continue. Even during that time, McMahon maintained control of the company as a majority shareholder. He was reinstated in the company board last year. So once they found out in 2022 that he had, paid $15 million to keep these women quiet for his actual misconduct, he resigned. But he maintained majority share. He was still the biggest shareholder of the company. So then last year, he went and got back on the board. Now, and that's 2023. This year, January of 2024, he had another lawsuit and it came out that he got a federal investigation. So now he can step down again. Yeah, that's it, y'all. So I just wanted to bring that to y'all because I was like, why ain't nobody talking about this? I know P. Diddy is taking over the whole news, okay? He trying to take over all of 2024. But I want to hear about Vince too. So that's what I said, let me talk about Vince up in here because ain't nobody talking about Vince little sneaky yet. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that story. And did y'all hear about Vince? Do y'all think he finna go to jail? Just like P. Diddy going to jail, okay? Don't forget, like this video while y'all is watching. Subscribe on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, X, fan base, Tootie Talk Sis, and hit all so you can get all the notifications. So when I go live, they're gonna bury me in the algorithm because I haven't went live in a while. Let me not forget while I'm on here. Yesterday was my daughter's birthday. Happy birthday, Miss BB. That's a nickname because she booking busy. Okay, she keep mama business. She is a part of a lot, but I'm proud of her. Love you, girl, because she ain't gonna watch this, but till she get old enough. Okay. But happy birthday to her anyway. Okay. So let me get on up out of here, finish drinking my cranberry juice. I ain't gonna say what else. I'll catch y'all next time. Enjoy the rest of y'all night. Bye.